On this episode of Beer Kittens, we're here at Off Square in Crown Point, Indiana. We are super stoked to taste these amazing beers
with our friend Dan.
Well, hi, beer.
Hi, guys. I am the Beer Sherpa. You can just call me Dan, though.
Welcome to Beer Kittens. I'm Deborah.
I'm Kristen.
Here with
Dan,
the Sherpa.
the Beer Sherpa.
So we're here at Crown Point, Indiana, enjoying some beer flights.
So we are Off Square Brewing out here of Crown Point, Indiana. We've been here for almost 8 years. June will be 8 years this coming June. We are an establishment based on the love and the tradition of beers, but taking it to an interesting level. You know, when we look at our name, Off Square, we're a little bit off of the beaten path from downtown Crown Point, which you guys explored a little bit earlier today, which was probably pretty cool. But our way of thinking tends to be a little bit
Off.
And so what you're going to see from a lot of our beers is that we take a lot of traditional beers and we kind of put our own little twist on them.
Like that a lot. So tell us about your foods.
So our food is by Chef Brian and back. Those of you guys that are familiar from Three Floyds out in Munster. Brian used to work back in the kitchen there. He has come here and he has kind of like changed the game. He's really upped our game here in Crown Point. And he's dished out some awesome menu items that you guys sampled earlier.
Oh my gosh. The eggs.
Scotch egg.
Scotch egg. Oh my goodness. So good. I love eggs. And if you like eggs, you need to try the Scotch eggs.
Scotch egg is silly. It's a duck egg. It's wrapped in duck sausage. There's panko breading, and the panko breading also includes duck skin. So, I mean, it's so rich and filling and flavorful.
It was
so
delish.
And you had the
Stromboli.
Stromboli.
Amazing.
So warming, so good, so comforting.
So cheery. I shared. It was super cheesy. Yes.
And you can't miss with the mild Jardiniere, right?
No, absolutely not. It should be hot, by the way. But that was delicious.
Oh,
Absolutely.
excellent.
Yeah.
Awesome. And we have a great lineup of beer here for you guys to sample. Beers that you guys have not had.
We've not.
Yeah, we've had a couple of beers. We've sampled. We've talked. Had some good conversations. And what we've done here, we each have the same beer lineup here at Off Square, and we each chose one beer from our menu. We have 18 beers on right now, which is a great load of beers, all kinds of different varieties, all kinds of profiles. And so we're going to kind of go through each and every single one.
Yep. Awesome.
So the first one is
Old school.
The first one is Old School. And Old School is a West Coast IPA. You guys know anything about West Coast IPAs at all?
There's grapefruit.
Oh, look at you.
She's so smart. She was schooled.
So West Coast IPAs tend to generate regarding West Coast hops, and West Coast hops that are traditionally used in West Coast IPAs are going to be like Cascade and Centennial hops.
Yeah.
And so you're going to get a lot of grapefruit. You might get a touch of pineapple on there, but what always resonates with me is pine. Pine and pine resin also kind of stand out. Now, with Old School, we do have that little bit of malt backing to it, but it's not like over the top. It's going to feel very, very light on your palate, and there's going to be a very dry finish to it, which makes you kind of want to go back and have another sip.
Nice.
So,
Well, then let's do it.
cheers.
Cheers to Old School. We always tap. So I definitely smelled the citrus on the nose before I
I
sipped it.
can't get pine out of my head now.
Oh. It's there.
I was thinking
I
thinking grapefruit, and then all of a sudden, nope, it's pine.
And
It does
For sure.
It
It is West Coast.
it is very West Coast, but it's not like you're chewing on a tree.
No, yeah.
Like you still get the grapefruit, but that pine and that pine resiny, like you're in a forest. It's there. It's warming. It's comforting. It's light. It's dry. Like this is
delicious.
This is one of my favorite beers here. Like
can see why.
when I knew that it was on the board and back, I'm like, okay, when's it coming out? When's it coming out?
Yeah.
Give me some Old School.
Old School, is that like one of the originals here?
No, this is actually not one of the originals. We're gonna get to one of the originals here in just a minute.
Okay.
But Old School came about maybe 2 years in, a year and a half in for us being here. Off Square has been open for 8 years. We've had all kinds of changes in menu, but we still have our staple beers, and one will hit.
Love that.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So, what kinds of ingredients do you use to make that citrus pop?
So again, we're utilizing the Cascade and the Centennial. Cascade tends to be like the citrusy end of it, where you're going to get that grapefruit. Whereas the
Definitely.
Cascade is where all that pine resiny and those notes, the woodiness is going to kind of come out in it. The yeast that's utilized here also kind of brings everything together, going to give a little bit of a herbaceousness to it, and plus a little, herbaceous. I'm using
Herbaceous.
Herbaceous.
It's a very, very large word.
Yes, sorry.
I like that.
Sorry. I know it's Saturday, but
That's okay. We like
You gotta learn
herbaceous.
something every day.
you got it. You're going to learn today.
That's right.
We're going to get school.
Yeah.
With
School with Old School?
With Old School.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Herbaceous.
herbaceous. Very good.
Herbaceous. Why do I keep saying herbaceous?
I don't know.
Herbaceous, not
No, but like
It's got a nice clean finish.
the finish is so clean,
Yeah.
and then you get that little dryness in there.
Absolutely.
And again, as I said, it makes you kind of want to go back and
Absolutely.
drink it again.
Yummy.
Which is why, like, I put it back and then I grabbed it again because I was like, no, I want
Yeah.
I want that
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
It's like having like a Prosecco or like a sparkling wine. Like, it's sweet, but it's so dry on the end. And then like you go back for it again because you want that same mouthfeel kind of thing or whatever. I don't know. That's good.
So do you have a food that might pair well with this here?
I would think our banh
Bami.
the banh mi sandwich would go really, really well with this. So that pork, I think, would really play with the dry notes to this, as well as the herbaceousness and the pine resin. I think it would play really well. Plus, the way that our pork is prepared and everything, I think the grapefruit would really pour out
Nice.
with those notes of the banh.
Awesome.
Let's move on to number 2, which is
So number 2 here is Long Day.
Long Day. Yeah. Long Day.
Long Day is our flagship IPA.
Flagship.
Yes, flagship. So Long Day has been around since day one. And this is a beer that is like a crowd favorite. This is a beer that is made
Smells like a
from...
lager.
So let me get to that. So Long Day is made from Citra and Amarillo hops. So Citra, of course, you're going to get some citrusy notes hanging out there on the nose.
Yep.
And you might get a little bit of maltiness and some spiciness.
Definitely smell that.
That's from the Amarillo.
Yeah, I like that root.
The maltiness is going to come from the graininess of the malt build here. The yeast is going to play a little bit of role of kind of blending everything together really, really nice. But I mean, this is flagship IPA. So when you think of like a traditional good American IPA, this is what I go towards. This is what I recommend for everyone.
Nice.
So
It smells
there we go.
delicious. Cannot wait.
Oh.
Good.
I like that.
Good
I can
mouthfeel.
see why he's a flagship.
Yeah.
This is definitely. This is a pool. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
a mow your lawn.
Mow your lawn kind of beer.
Drink this.
Like, it's going to be your go-to flagship.
Yeah.
This is delicious.
It's so light.
It's light, but it doesn't
all the
feel
flavor.
light.
No, it's got all the flavor.
Because of all of those flavors, they just kind of come out. They
Yeah,
pour.
I taste it. I love the fact that you're the Sherpa and telling me all about these lovely beers.
I may not know everything, but I feel like as I learn, I want to have others learn.
Yeah.
And I may not be 100% right 100% on time, but,
Right.
Who
it's
is?
right. We learn from our mistakes.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I've learned a lot working here at Off Square. I've been here for 8 years, and I love learning about beer and the beer making process. So
And so, speaking of beer making, Kristen and I would love to make our own beer eventually. And so we're going to do that in the future. We're looking forward to that. And so this is our first education on how to make beers, I would say.
excellent. And one of the things that you all asked me a little bit ago when we were sitting down talking is, why are your flights just flights of 3 and in these 9-ounce sniffer glasses?
Right. Because
So several years ago when we opened, we had smaller sampler beers, and our owners and our brewers were like, no, we need bigger glasses, and they need to be tulip glasses. Well, we have certain aspects of beer tasting. You have to involve the appearance of the beer, how the beer looks in the glass.
it looks beautiful.
The sniffer is going to bring out the aromatics of the beer, so you can actually get the aromas of everything that's went in, and all of that is going to play a role in what you're actually tasting.
For sure.
And so,
Not just one little tiny.
right, because a tiny little shot that doesn't really do you any good,
You can't swirl and twirl.
you can't.
Like,
You really can't get everything that the beers are bringing you. So I feel like the flight of 3 9-ounce glasses have gone out really well.
it's about the glass. It's about the presentation. It's about smelling and tasting and all that good stuff.
I like that. I like the fact that like if you take it into thought and consideration on like what you need out of a beer, which is why you're doing a flight to taste specific beers and whatnot, it makes complete sense versus having a flight of 6 that are 3-5 ounces each, and you're kind of like, oh yeah, that's good. And true, take shots. Yeah, are you really enjoying the flavor of each? Are you really enjoying the profile of every one of those beers that you're trying? The beautiful not similar,
And-
so it's awesome.
And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't understand about, going to a craft brewery. It's not about just pounding down beers. It's about enjoying the experience.
Right.
It's about enjoying the beer and everything that's poured in.
Pairing it with foods.
Exactly. And I mean, like with a beer like Long Day, Smash Burger.
Oh.
Yeah,
This paired with the Smash Burger,
100%.
100%.
You know where the name came from?
Well, have you ever had a long day at work? Well,
Yes.
this pairs really, really well with a very, very long day.
This is the lawn.
And so you want to smash lawn burger.
I would drink this by the pool too.
Oh, absolutely.
In the summer, absolutely. This would be like a full side beer.
And so we have several days in our days series. So we have Long Day, and then we have Easy Day. Easy Day is our German-style Kolsch. Super light, easy, refreshing, just poundable.
Yeah.
And then we have Hard Day.
Oh,
We don't have Hard Day on the menu right now, but Hard Day is a double IPA. And it's at about 10%, and that is for when you really
Had a hard day.
have had a hard day.
yeah. You just need one
Do you?
or two.
Sometimes.
That was awesome. Drink you.
That was good.
Well, I had 2 before you. I kept them a little bit quiet.
I know. I was surprised it was you before.
I was surprised too. Usually,
What is going on? Do we flip roles here?
No.
But I did pick number 3.
You did.
I did pick number 3.
You did. And so there was a little bit of logic here going into how we arrange this. So we started with old school, a little bit drier, a little bit lighter. We went a little bit maltier, a little bit,
Definitely consider malt.
I want to say a little bit hoppier, because I feel like on the menu right now, I feel like Long Day is maybe one of our hoppiest. And then I wanted to finish desserty. And so Deb over here decided to pick
The
Thunder Whip. Thunder Whip. And so
Beautiful. Beautiful. That smell is amazing.
Thunder Whip is a pineapple milkshake IPA.
I smell a lot of pineapple on my nose.
Yeah. So
A lot of pineapple.
all of our milkshake IPAs are going to have lactose sugar in it and vanilla. And so with this, of course, we basically took our Tropic Thunder, we amped it up, we added vanilla, we added the lactose sugar, and the end result is basically a pineapple upside down cake in a glass.
I can't wait.
Sure. Doesn't like pineapple upside down cake. All I
See, that's damn good.
Oh my gosh.
I'm getting almost like a cinnamon on top of
You know what? I was thinking the same exact.
getting cinnamon on top of pineapple. Like I sprinkled cinnamon on top of a.
It's-
But I'm waiting for the cherry little drizzle. You know how they like to have the cherry on top and then it drizzles out? I'm waiting for that.
Actually on the bottom until you flip it. And
Well, I mean, that's why it's called a
Technicalities.
I know, but I got to call her out to see what she says. That's really good. That's very. It's
Nothing. It's all good. It's all good.
Later.
Deliciousness is what I call it.
It's so nice and desserty.
It
It's
is.
sweet.
Very
It's
dessert.
like it's
It's very clean. It's very clean. I don't get like a
Clean.
not sugary. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not sugary at all. It's very fruit, very
Pineapple
get that spice.
yeah.
I get it.
And it's weird because I've never gotten that until you said it, and then boom.
Did we set
Yep.
it here?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you did. Just making sure.
And then all of a sudden, like boom, it appeared. And like as I was talking to you guys a few days ago, like when you have somebody that comes in and tells you about the beer, about the aromatics, about the flavor profile, about what you should be anticipating, it plays such a huge role
Yeah.
Absolutely.
in what you actually experience.
Yeah.
And so as soon as you said it,
Yeah. Cinnamon.
it appeared. Like,
Yeah.
yep, I get that. It's right there.
But is there cinnamon in this
None.
recipe? That's super weird.
None.
Maybe it's just the vanilla and the pineapple together.
It more than
Created some.
it's more than likely a combination between the pineapple, the malt bills, and the vanilla. It
Yeah.
probably melded in such a way to where that little bit of spiciness kind of came out. No.
Who doesn't like a little spicy?
I love spicy.
I'm spicy.
You're spicy?
I'm spicy.
Deborah's definitely spicy.
I'm always spicy. Speaking of spicy, somebody's going to get their head shaved fairly soon.
Oh, that's definitely spicy.
And so you need to talk about that.
Be this guy.
Guys, this is amazing.
So, for the second time, I did this a couple of years ago. I am raising money for St. Baldrick's, which is a foundation in which people raise money for donations for kids that are, struggling through cancer. And so, in solidarity, on March 16th here at Off Square Brewing, these lovely locks will be not here anymore.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's solidarity. We're all affected by cancer in some way, shape, or form. My life has been affected, and I know that many others are. And so, if you go to offscorebrewing.com, you should see a link there. If you go to our Facebook page, you should see that there too. But yeah, like any donations that, can be offered.
Is St. Baldrick's here locally?
St. Baldrick's is like nationwide.
Oh, I've never heard of it. So,
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
St. Jude, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
all that.
absolutely.
I've never heard of St. Baldrick's. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. So
awesome.
they've been raising money for years. Millions of dollars have been raised.
What a great cause.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rich for you. Thank you. So,
And so, like, it's been great because I've already surpassed my goal of $1,000. So now I'm trying to hit $1,500.
awesome.
That's just a personal goal for myself. When we did it 2 years ago as a brewery and as a community, we, I think, raised over 13,000.
Nice. Dang.
So
That's
it's
great.
really been great, and we love the community we live with. We love how giving everyone is. That's just the community we are.
Yes, love that.
So, like and subscribe, Beer Kittens. Like and subscribe.
Danimal Beer Sherpa.
Yes. And then where can they go to donate again?
So if you go to offsquarebrewing.com, you should see a link. If you go to our Facebook page, Offsquare Brewing, you should see that there as well. I'll send you guys a link or whatever you
I
guys.
posted on our Facebook
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
definitely share.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
where you can donate. Come to Osprey in Crown Point. This is the Beer Kittens. We've been educated by the Beer Sherpa himself.
We
And-
love being educated.
Yes. So, here we go. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Beer Kittens, thank you for having us off square. We
Absolutely.
look
Thank
forward to reading
Have a great
the
day.
brewers soon.
Oh yeah. Dylan's gonna be here, and I have a secret beer to give you all.
Yeah.
Yes. Can't wait.
Yep.
Stay tuned for the next upcoming surprise.
Yes.
Surprise.